Hello, everybody. It is time for another GMOD map exploration. We are in the Silent Apartments, which is a map created by Stuba or Stub@, however it is meant to be interpreted. It's basically stub with the, the at symbol at the end of the name. But I want to give credit where credit is due. And if you want to check out this level, there will be a link in the description. So, these are the Silent Apartments. And I assume this is where I entered this establishment. I'm turning my flashlight on because, of course, it's very dark in here. Very spooky. And of course, that's just the vibe. That's the vibe that a lot of these maps tend to have. So we're going to take our time. We're going to explore this place. And we're going to meet some of the more interesting citizens of this city. So this looks like some type of very, very disturbing shrine of some sort, and while I do appreciate the craftsmanship, I will note that these pipes are broken and they look kind of sharp on the edges, so that could be a hazard. I also, we should just be aware of these planks of wood as well. They could also be a hazard. And yeah, I think if there was a safety inspection in this building, I'm not too sure it would pass. But other than that, props to the artists involved with that. Do we have another room we can go to? Okay, I suppose not. Of course, we have some electrical equipment. We don't want to mess with that for sure. Alright, so let's get out of here. You know, I've been craving something lately, and I just want to go to a cinema and I want to watch a movie. That's it. That's what I've been craving. It's weird because, you talk about going to see a movie and most people are just like, well, I'll just wait till it comes out on Blu-ray or YouTube or Netflix or whatever, whatever service is going to host the movie. But I just feel like the traditional sort of, you drive to the cinema, you order your popcorn and your soda, and of course it's overpriced and oversized, even if you order a small. That's just how it works. But there's a part of me that craves that. I kind of miss that. I remember this one time, and I know I've discussed this. I'm pretty sure I've discussed this, but I went to see a movie. I forget which one it was. I think it was one of the Sonic movies, and it was like mid-morning. Let's just say the movie, I think, started around 11, maybe at noon, or somewhere in between. And it was just a random weekday, and I didn't have to go to work because I just took a little mini vacation, I guess you could say, like a couple days of just taking a break from work and all the stress of work. And I went to the cinema, and I was the only person. That's only happened once in my life. And I have to say, it was a little unnerving at first. It was a little unnerving at first, but I actually didn't mind after a while. Just sitting there, knowing that I was the only person in there, knowing that someone had to be up above me in the I guess the room where they set the reels up. Someone had to work to keep that going just for me. It's almost like you almost feel a little bit of guilt. It's like, I'm sorry, I have to make you, you know, make sure the reel is working. But I just wanted to watch the movie, you know? So, I think it was one of the Sonic movies. I think maybe it was the first or the second. I don't remember which. The third Sonic movie. I recently watched that, but that was not in a cinema at a theater. It was just, you know, on my computer. You know, because you grow up playing the Sonic games, and of course, you know, nostalgia definitely has a certain factor, right? And I don't know, I thought it was okay. I thought it was fine for what it was, but it didn't quite... Oh, this is locked. Okay. It didn't quite hit the way that I had hoped it would. Yeah, I don't know. The whole story with Shadow the Hedgehog and Maria... Was that her name? Maria? Oh. Well, I have to say, you know, never disturb a piano player as they're thinking about what song they want to play. This mannequin looks very lost in thought, trying to figure out which song to play. But yeah, I wasn't impressed by the story. I was just whelmed, but I definitely was not overwhelmed. Just simply whelmed at the entire story. The humor was also very childish. It was just kind of like, you know... I mean, I get it. It is essentially a kid's movie, you know? I'm not exactly the target audience, and I totally get that, but at the same time, sometimes it's nice when they make these movies and throw in something for adults too, you know? Just a little bit of adult humor is nice every once in a while. You know, it's just like, throw us a bone, right? Just throw us a bone for a little bit. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the third movie. Yeah, I don't know, there's just something about it that didn't quite work for me. I was just, to be honest, I was just kind of bored with the movie overall. You know, it's a pleasant watch, but it's not grade A. I would set it as a C+ or a C-. My computer, for some reason, my computer is struggling. It's not a very smooth experience right now, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be 140 frames a second. As long as I can get away with 30, that's probably good enough. So, this place has been very much abandoned. And, you know, it's the type of place with just spend a few dollars here and there, do a little touch-up. It'll look really nice. But I'm seeing the same shoes, socks, and jeans. This essentially looks like my room on a good day. You don't want to know what my room looks like on a bad day. Also, it looks like someone has a lot of encyclopedia volumes. You got the famous assets too. The burger box, the Chinese food box. And of course the bathroom with, oh, this is kind of weird. It looks like, looks like a portal to another dimension. That's rad. Yes, to use a very outdated term. That's rad. Oh, let's go. Let's go out here. Yeah, there's something about the outdoors that makes my computer stutter a little bit. There must be something pretty big. But either way, still a fairly impressive level. I do like the design. And I like, you know, like some people might find this to be a little bit unnerving, and it is. And I think that's also kind of the point. But I also don't mind it either, you know. I mean, I know this sounds kind of silly to say it out loud, but that's exactly why I'm going to say it. The desolation is, there's a certain beauty. There's a certain art to it. So, I think have I already been here? Yes. No? I don't guess I've been here. There's something... Oh, is that gonna open? Okay. Alright. Well, this one looks a little bit... It looks a little bit nicer than some of the other ones so far. That brings us to this side. Interesting. Okay. Of course, we got ourselves a TV. It's a little bit tight with the position of this couch, though. If I were the apartment owner, I would probably try to move that. What if we go even further up? What are we going to be dealing with on these higher levels here? Let's take a look. Okay, I've got to say, and you know, I'm not an interior designer. I would never make that claim. I don't know how I feel about the pale yellow, sort of pastel walls paired with this maroon carpet right here. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, this is a very old school bathroom. This is opening up memories of the 90s right here. Okay, so I mean, at least there's a sort of coherent type of theme. You know, we got moss green refrigerators. It looks like we have some kitchen appliances that have seen much better days. The old satellite dish. Okay, so yeah. Looks like a very nice day today. Get the impression that it's cold out here. Could be wrong on that front. We open up this door, we see a bedroom, and it looks like the bedroom leads into multiple different rooms. In fact, this leads us to another apartment room. Now, I've got to say, this one... Can we open this up? No, this is boarded. It's really disturbing to see the windows boarded like that. We got a stack of newspapers, a worn-out kitchen. I do like the color of the walls, though. The sort of aqua green. It's a nice touch. Good old-fashioned bathtub. Got a nice, comfy couch. This looks used, mildly used. Can we open the closet? No, we can't. Okay, so hold on a second, because there is something that I wanted to see before I got too far. I wanted to go in here. Alright, so this is some sort of utility room, some extra storage. We can go outside and we can take a look at this. Okay. Oh, can I not open this? I cannot open that. Okay, never mind. Got me excited, and then I was like, nope. Ain't gonna happen. Alright. I guess that's fair. But anyway. What was I even talking about? I think I was talking about the Sonic movie. Yeah, I don't know what I should have expected from it. I mean, oh, look at this. This is the nicest bed that I have seen in this level. Total appreciation for that. Okay. Alright. Where are we supposed to go now? Am I basically making a circle? That's what it seems like. Yeah. I have a bad sense of direction, so it's no surprise if I get lost around this place. Alright, what do we got? Bathroom? Nope, this is a bedroom. Looks very nice. Looks very organized. This bathroom. I mean, I do like the blue accents. It's nice. It reminds me of a fast food restaurant. But the floor is going to need some work. Alright, and now we're out on this side. So, yeah, we're just basically going around. Apartment. Cool. Alright, so we've thrown away some appliances, but I think we're going to have to throw away some more, because, sheesh, a lot of this stuff is just in bad shape. Okay, I want to make sure I check as many rooms as I can. So, this room actually is salvageable somewhat. The floor, still in pretty good condition. It probably just needs a good sweep. But you got a writer's desk. You got a nice bed. You know, it's weird how in every room I always find one sock, one shoe, one pair of jeans. People have a very specific taste in clothing. This couch, the way it's positioned, it is so close to this TV. You are going to ruin your eyes. Massive eye strain. Okay. Like tradition, I'm going to go outside. Oh, look at this. We can actually take the stairs. Look at all these flower pots. Ooh. I mean, I know that I'm no green thumb, but that's ridiculous. Okay. That leads us down into this room. It looks like a carbon copy of the one that I was just in. I guess the bathroom is slightly different. No, this is the same. I mean, it's the same, but also different. If you catch my meaning, the floor is definitely different. Okay, wait a minute. I'm getting lost. I don't think I was done exploring up here, because there was something else about this place. Or maybe this is... Oh, right. I know what I wanted to do. Just wanted to do one more check. What have we here? Broken wood. We got some boxes that look saturated in something. More generators. This is interesting. This just goes on and on. See, we got that old-fashioned type of bathroom. One sock, one shoe, one pair of jeans. I'm starting to see a pattern here. I am starting to catch on now. Okay, so that just leads over there. Then we have this set of stairs. We have a texture that didn't quite load in. Fortunately, it's very tiny. We have another room like this. Now, what's the story on all of this? Because that looks like... I don't know what it looks like. It looks like, I guess, the innards of some type of device. Weird. Very strange. And let me guess, I haven't seen any of these yet. Nope. Now, this one has a little bit more evidence of life. But I know better. I know that there's no one here. This is an empty, abandoned district. You know, it's... There's really... There's no chance of seeing any other person here. But I always have appreciation for grandfather clocks. There's something about grandfather clocks that's a little bit scary, though. I mean, especially when I was a kid. They're loud, they're big, they're kind of mysterious. Why are they called grandfather clocks? Why not call them father clocks or second cousin twice removed clocks? You know, there's a lot of questions surrounding grandfather clocks. Also, I just noticed it looks like you might be able to get to the roof. So I wonder if that should be our next destination here. Well, we'll certainly give it the old try. Can we... Ooh. Dangerous. Okay, so now we are in the center square. This is where the dodgeball matches took place before this place became abandoned. And this laundry here, it's been hung out to dry for like 5 years. No one's gonna come to claim it either. Wait, are you telling me I can't climb this? Oh no, I can't climb this. Oh, that's a bummer. I wanted to see... Oh, it's not solid. I'm clipping through it. Unless it's a bug. It could be a bug. Sometimes that happens. Okay, well. I want to make sure... Hold on a second. There's just so much... Ooh. What happened here? Wow, that looks like an antique. Bet you could sell that for a lot of money. Gosh, there are some things I don't need to see. I feel like the inside of the toilet bowl, I feel like it really doesn't need that much detail. You know, I think we can use our imagination on that one. Interesting. You know, you gotta think. This place... It probably smells bad, like a farm full of pigs. I see we have a herringbone wood pattern. That's nice. Like I said, this place needs a few dollars worth of renovation. It'll be great. Also, those bullet holes. Just put some putty in them and then paint over it. Should be perfectly fine and should evoke a sense of warmth and welcome and yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you all, I'm kind of pretending that I'm not lost right now. But I am absolutely lost right now. So I think maybe a good thing to do is to go up. If I can find another set of stairs somewhere, because it looks like I've been through these rooms, which is, I'm glad to see that some of the doors are opened. Now this one isn't. What's this room? Ooh, that's a very bold carpet choice. This table looks a little greasy. I'm just gonna... Tell you what, I'm just gonna move it to the side. This living room looks a lot better, but the TV is a little bit out of date. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. Bathroom is in a state of disrepair. The wallpaper is kind of nice, though. Alright, moving on. Pipes. Did I... Ooh, that looks deadly. That looks deadly. Yeah, it looks like I've been to all these rooms. So I'm gonna... If I did miss something, I apologize about that. But I think this is pretty much where I'm going to call it. This has been a very interesting level. I enjoy it. I like the vibes. You know, sometimes it's nice to just take a walk, do some urban exploration, but because this is a video game, I'd say this is a lot safer than doing so in real life. I don't know what the story is. I don't know why this place has been silenced, so to speak. But it's been a very interesting level, and if you want to try it out for yourself, and maybe you'll find something that I didn't, please feel free to do so. The link to this level, again, will be in the description. Thank you all so much for giving this video a watch, and I will see you in another video. Goodbye for now.